Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be discussing quarter three goals from July to through September, and also I will be discussing what my plans are for the month as well as far as language learning goes. I also would like to give a shout out to my friend Michelle. I will link her social media outlet on YouTube down below so you can go follow her and follow her on her socials. She created the Summer Polyglot Challenge and it's going to be what I'm doing for a bulk of quarter three. So, for the bulk of quarter three, I have several languages I want to be working on. So, Spanish and German are going to come first. And so, for Spanish, I want to improve my listening and speaking skills and gain some more fluency, play video games, and start enjoying media like news articles, games, video games, and other things involving media in Spanish, and hopefully get to a middle B1 level. I say middle B1 just because I'm at like a low B1 right now, personally. And for German, I want to gain some more fluency, enjoy music and podcasts, but also start learning about a basic topic that I'm interested in daily life. And hitting an A2 level by the end of quarter three. I feel like A2 is reasonably achievable for German, considering it's very similar to my native language of English. And so I feel like it's going to be an obtainable goal, per se, where Spanish is like going to be a little bit harder because it's in a different language family. And so my goals for Spanish are to be fluent in Spanish, and my goals for German is to be C1 advanced level in German. And so the next language I have down is Korean. And Korean, I want to get to a low A2 level with vocab and grammar and also essential phrases. And the reason why I say low A2 for Korean is because I'm learning Hangul right now, and Hangul is a little bit tricky, but I'm getting the hang of it. It's not as hard as like kanji in Japanese or learning Hanzi in Mandarin Chinese. So obviously it's going to be a little bit easier, but I just want to take my time learning Korean, and so that's why I said low A2. If anything, if I'm still an A1 in Korean, I'm not going to be so butthurt about it. So my next language lined up is Italian. So I want to get up to A2 if I can, and also improve my vocab and grammar knowledge. And I noticed when I was doing my last Italian check-in in my notebook that my grammar and vocab knowledge weren't super great. So I want to try to get up to an A2 if I can at the end of the quarter. I'm not want to be butthurt if I don't make this goal, but I feel like it would be easier to make an A2 goal than Korean, just because Italian has Roman script and is kind of similar to Spanish, and so I kind of want to have like some balance, and so that's why I'm not making Italian an active goal in quarter three. And then my next one is Vietnamese. And for Vietnamese, I want to work on tones and also go into media a little bit and also go in depth if I am interested. And reason why I say I want to go in depth if I'm interested is because right now Vietnamese is kind of a dabble language for me right now. And so I'm unsure if I'm going to continue after quarter three with Vietnamese for a little bit, but as of now, I do want to continue it possibly after quarter three. Probably quarter one next year is what I'm seeing Vietnamese taking a shine in the light, but who knows? Maybe it might be quarter four as well, but I'm just currently kind of dabbling with the language right now. All right, so the next language I have that I am working on is Japanese, and that's going to be more after the Polyglot Challenge ends at the end of August. So I'm thinking late August, early September, I want to start working on Japanese. And kanji is a big goal. I want to start working on kanji and also reviewing materials for levels A1 through B1. And the reason why I say that is I'm like a B1 in basically everything else but kanji, and I kind of want to keep up my Japanese, so I kind of want to like review my intermediate book because I don't need to go back to the super basics for the language, and I don't need to review hiragana and katakana. Um, I want to reread the intermediate book for that reason, and I want to watch YouTube videos with English subs if needed, because, like I said, I am kind of refreshing and trying to get my feet soaked back into the language before I take a full dive in Japanese in quarter 4, because I plan on taking on Japanese head on in quarter 4, because I want to obtain a little bit of a higher level in the language. And the next language I'm going to talk about is something that's already on my list for the Polyglot Challenge this summer, and that's Lithuanian. I just want to finish the book in the Memrise course that I'm doing right now. Just dabbling like Vietnamese, but I think I want to drop Lithuanian after the Polyglot Challenge or at the end of quarter 3. Um, Depends on the circumstances of the next language that I'm about to talk about, which is Hebrew. And for Hebrew, I want to get a starting book for Hebrew and get started with the alphabet and get the basics down. I'm going to need Hebrew for day-to-day interactions like I am for Spanish. And so as soon as I start learning Hebrew, it's immediately going into the active slot, no matter how small it's steps I'm taking with Hebrew. I want to take my time with Hebrew more than Spanish because it is a non-Roman scripted language. And also, I am learning it not just for religious purposes either, but want to communicate and read articles in Hebrew and absorb Israeli media as well as like pop media and stuff like that. And for religious purposes, I do want to also learn like biblical Hebrew as well, and that is in the forefront of what I want to do with Hebrew. And so if I get a Hebrew source, I'm going to basically drop Lithuanian immediately. And no matter if I'm still doing the polyglot challenge or not, just because I don't need Lithuanian right now, and I could use Hebrew desperately. So if anybody has any recommended resources for Hebrew, please link them down below or type them down below and I will go look them up, because Hebrew is going to be super important for me for many reasons. So that is the end of the video. I want to link Michelle's YouTube channel down below, and I'm also going to link my Instagram, diana.lingual, in the comments below as well. I would love it if you'd hit a like, a comment, and a follow, and a subscribe, and I will get to see y'all in the next video. And I hope y'all are having a lovely day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Okay, adios.